Good morning, everybody. It is bright and early on Sunday morning. I have my coffee. I have a bunch of new makeup to test out with you today, so let's just play with some stuff. Dede Signature sent me a whole bunch of new things from their line, but I am probably today going to use their Taste of Guava Quad. This looks so pretty. I also picked up a couple of things from Flower Beauty, and I also picked up something that in my new makeup releases, I said I wasn't going to pick up, and then I did, because I have a problem.
Stop it. Get some help.
And that is the Smashbox Halo Sculpt and Glow Face Palette, one of these all-in-one face palettes. I already have some thoughts on it. So I'm gonna link all of the products down below in the description box, including things that I use off camera. I will also link down there, and let's get to playing with some new makeup. Of course, as always, I wanna hear your thoughts as I'm testing out these products. Did you pick them up? Are you planning on picking them up? Are you planning on skipping? Please let me know. So we're gonna start off with the eyes. Like I said, I have a whole bunch of products from Dede Signature. They sent me 2 of their new palettes from their Sister to Sister collection. It says, bringing back memories of the old. I can't believe it has been almost 8 years since I have set eyes and hugged my sister. With everything going on, I knew it was time to go down memory lane. I climbed the guava tree to get her favorite guava, which she will refuse to share with me after I get down from the tree. I will then go and fill up my own basket with all I thought will make her feel sorry for denying me a taste of guava. Still love you, baby sis. So this is kind of like her little tribute to her sister. And so I obviously just told you I got the Taste of Guava Quad. This looks really fun. I'm gonna challenge myself to use this alone without pulling something else in. I did get a DM on Instagram from one of you requesting that, and I thought that was a really good idea because honestly, my initial thought was to pair this with the larger eyeshadow palette because I do think they would really work together well. But if you just want to purchase this, maybe I can show you a look that you can do just using the quad. At the time of filming, I do not have pricing on the quad, but she has had quads in the past and they do retail for $16. So I don't know if it's going to be around the same price. Then we have the Blooming Basket eyeshadow palette. This looks like also a really fun, bright color story. I feel like it's gonna be perfect for spring and summer. This one does retail for $32. We have 8 mattes and 4 shimmers. This looks really pretty. So I will create a look with this probably on YouTube Shorts / Instagram at some point. And then she also gifted me all of these beautiful single shadows. I literally gasped when I swatched them. So we have 3 single shadows that are just like super metallic foiled shadows. And then we have 3 shadows, and I just put them in an empty Z palette that are holographic shadows. I'm gonna put up the swatches so you can see them. These shadows look incredible. They swatch incredible. They feel super creamy. They don't feel chunky. They don't feel textured. They look so beautiful. So according to their website, they've launched in the past holographic singles that retail for $14.99, and then the metallic shadows retail for $10.99. I'm assuming these are gonna be the same price as far as I know. Everything that I'm talking about today from Dede Signature will launch on January 25th at 7 a.m. Central Time. So I will leave a link to Dede's Signature website down below if you want to check them out. They are an indie brand that relaunched last year. So very excited. Let's start with a Taste of Guava, the quad. I'm going to try something. Again, I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but let's just go for it, okay? I wanna take a fluffy brush. I've already primed my eyes, by the way, and I'm gonna go into the shade, this one. They don't have names. This pink shade. And I'm basically just going to fluff this through my crease and maybe bring it onto my lid as well. I'm gonna go in with a very light hand. Oh, and by the way, supposedly these have a new improved matte formula, so I'm excited to try that. Okay, so I went in with a really light hand. So I basically wanted this, just the sheer wash of color. I can tell that this is a pigmented eyeshadow because I literally barely tapped my brush in and I still got pigment. So now I'm gonna try something a little risky, but listen, we're just having fun today. I'm gonna go in with this deeper matte green. I'm gonna go in with a tiny little brush. I wanna draw a line more in the inner part and I wanna use it as a wing. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers, okay? I don't know how this is gonna work. Something like this. This might be a trust the process moment, okay? Stay with me here. I think I need a smaller brush. So I went and grabbed my tiny little BK Beauty 208 itty bitty bitty angled brush. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, that's much better. All right, so I'm gonna continue just to clean this up and do it on the other eye, and I will be right back. Okay, we're gonna continue on. I went off camera and I put the NYX glitter primer all over my lid. I wanna go in with this pink shimmer shade right here. And I wanna get a little bit more of like a sheer, oh my gosh. I have not swatched this palette yet at the moment of filming, so wow, wow. These shimmers look so beautiful. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, I kind of just want like a sheer wash of a shimmer. I'm just gonna kind of tap it over my lid. Just like all over the lid. That is so beautiful. Wow, is that stunning. It's a pink that has like blue reflect in it. Really gorgeous. Don't mind my hair. I have no idea what's going on with it. Anyway, I went off camera. I put on foundation, concealer, powder because I don't have any new ones of those to test out. While we're on the subject of the eyes, let's just finish up the eyes. I'm gonna take that green matte and I'm going to bring it down onto my lower lash line. Then I'm gonna go into the shimmer. I'm gonna pick it up, I'm gonna spray the brush, I'm gonna put it in the inner part of my lower lash line. Stunning. That is so pretty. Now I am going to have to go into another shade for my inner corner. I just don't feel like any of these shades really work for me. But of course you could use that green and like bring it into your inner corner. That would be really pretty. For my waterline, I'm going to use About Face Line Artist Longwear Gel Eyeliner in the shade Reptilian. These aren't my favorite liners, but it is a perfect Kelly green color. All right, we're gonna move on to the face now. Let's try out this new Smashbox face palette. Okay, first of all, the packaging of this is interesting. I don't know why I think the way I do. The opening it is quite hard. It's strange, and it doesn't stay open on its own. It is cool that it comes with some sort of like instruction, so how to use it or a suggested way to use the palette. I think that's smart. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. I will say all of these swatched beautifully, like beautifully. I'm very excited about the formula, but this reminds me of, it's like a deep dish pizza. Like how the lip is, it's pretty sunken into the packaging. It reminded me of deep dish pizza. Maybe I'm hungry, I don't know, but very weird packaging. It's quite heavy. And like I said, it does not stay open on its own. Like the cover goes like this pretty easily. All that to say, I am excited to try out, but it definitely does not look in person how I pictured it would be, but that's okay. This face palette comes in 4 different colorways. I got the shades Back to Cali. And this is, I believe, the second to lightest offering, if I'm not mistaken. And looking at them in person, swatching them, I do feel like this is going to work for me just fine and dandy. I probably also could have used the lighter version, but this bronzer in particular was calling to me versus the lighter one. So we're gonna use the bronzer and the highlighter in this today. I might set my liquid blush with one of these blushes depending, but I'm gonna go in with my Alamar Cosmetics complexion brush. I'm gonna go into the bronzer. The bronzer, when I was swatching it, felt very hard pressed. By the way, this does retail for $45, but actually for 4 products from Smashbox, I don't think it's that bad. And I did pick it up from Ulta. So I'm gonna coat my brush. Let's see how this works out. Yeah, very lightly pigmented. So I'm gonna dig a little bit harder. There we go. That's looking pretty. I will say because of the deep dishness of this, it's a little funky to get my brush in, and the pan is quite small. So if you use like a big giant bronzer brush, might be a problem. You might accidentally dip into the blush next to it. So just be aware of that. It's more designed for like a small-ish brush. But I think the color looks nice. It's definitely lightly pigmented, which actually I don't mind in a bronzer. I would rather it be this way than overly pigmented, but I did have to build it up quite a bit. And as you can see, I have a light complexion. So if you are like medium, you might maybe want to go with the next shade up, but so far it looks nice. Very, very smooth on the skin. It did feel super silky when I swatched it, so I'm not really surprised. All right, for blush, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared. I am going to use the Flower Beauty Ultra Light Liquid Blush. I have mine in the shade Peachy. I did buy this at Ulta and it does retail for $14.99. $14.99? $14.50. So it is one of these floof ball applicator things. They've done this in contour and highlighter form. I did not like either of them. So, you know, it was an impulse purchase, okay? Now, I will say the color looks absolutely stunning, just this beautiful peachy coral. I do like the fact that there is an on and off switch. Like the e.l.f. version of this does not have that, and it was really a messy situation, so I appreciate that. When I first swatched this on my hand, a lot of pigment off the bat. Then when I went to blend it, it got much sheerer, and it is claiming to be a serum-like gel-based blush, which is not my favorite. Again, I don't know why. Don't know why I picked it up. And I really did not love their blush bombs. Like, I used to like them back in the day, but then trying them again in more recent years, it's not my favorite. I prefer more of a satin to matte, more opaque kind of a situation, if that makes sense. Not a super sheer blush. We're gonna try it out anyway, okay? We're gonna try it out anyway. So I never, ever go straight onto my cheeks. I'm way too scared for that. So I'm just gonna put some on my hand. See, as you can see, very pigmented, at least in terms of first application. Then I'm gonna pick up a brush. This is the e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. I use this all the time for my cream and liquid products. I'm gonna coat the brush evenly, or as evenly as possible. And then I'm gonna go into the cheek. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Let's try it again. Put a little bit more on my hand. Let me work it into the brush. Okay, I'm gonna go onto my cheek, straight onto my cheek. This may be a mistake, but it's not really giving me much pigment if I put it on my hand. Yeah, see, by doing that, it picked up my foundation. This is what I'm always afraid of. I really wish I hadn't done that. But I will say by putting it directly onto my face, I got a lot more pigment. So I'm gonna go right onto my face initially, because maybe it removed it because I had blended it so many times in the same spot. So now let me just go straight here. Yeah, that's better. So this is one of those rare times where maybe I would prefer to go straight onto my face and then blend it out versus going from my hand onto my face, because it does sheer out quite a bit. It's pretty. It's pretty. It has a little bit of a glow to it. It did lift my foundation up a little bit, which with liquid blushes, this does happen to me at least often, but it does look really pretty. It does look really pretty. Now, of course, I'm not reviewing anything today. These are all just first impressions, having fun, testing out makeup. So I have to continue using this to get like full thoughts. I have to play with it a little bit application-wise, but the initial look of it is pretty. I will say that. And just for the funsies of it, let's just use this to top it off because I want to. So I'm gonna go into this blush here. Do these have names? Yes. Cheers, Babe. Enhancing blush. I don't know what that means, but let's enhance the blush we got on our face. Actually, that's a perfect shade match. Very pretty. And now let's go in with this highlighter. This highlighter is called C-Pop. I'm gonna use my favorite highlighter brush, the Singe Beauty F07. And this is like a champagne that's not super icy. That is beautiful. Beautiful. It is quite metallic though. Ooh, that is stunning. All right, and the last product I wanna try out today is the Flower Beauty Gloss Crush Lip Serum. I got mine in the shade Honey Crush. It is available in 6 different shades, and it does retail on Ulta for $11, which is where I purchased it. I want to put this on my lips first without any sort of lip liner underneath it, just so we can see the pigment level. Then I will put a lip liner on underneath it. First of all, I like the applicator. It's quite a large doe foot. I'm always here for a big doe foot. It does have a slight scent that's like fruity, very pleasant. Oh, and it's one of these like doe foots that has a hole in it, which I love because it holds more product. The taste is very specific, like nostalgic. Oh, man, I can't place it. It's almost like kids makeup, kids chapstick, lip smackers. Okay, so just initial impression, I would right away describe this more as a balmy formula. It's not super slippy, it's not thick. It's a little bit more of like a balmy formula, which I like. There's quite a bit of shine. I wouldn't say that there's a lot of pigment. I mean, it is almost like a color that matches my lips. So what did I expect? But this is the shade Honey Crush. All right, and this is the finished look. What do you think? I think it turned out really fun. It was a trust the process moment for sure. This is just like a different kind of eye look for me. I usually keep it very simple, but I wanted to play with this quad a little bit and see what I could do. I will say I didn't really get a chance to fully test these mattes. Like I feel like a true test of a matte is like blending it out in a larger area just to see how it blends, but the shimmers are really, really pretty, obviously, as you can tell. This face palette, I'm impressed. I will continue using it. The liquid blush, I kind of told you how I felt like actually putting it on my cheeks and blending it out worked better for me, which is not usually the case. But I will continue playing with this, testing it, seeing how it works. I did set it with a powder blush from this, so today I'm not gonna get a full test of this alone, but stay tuned. I do a speed reviews video like once every 4 to 6 weeks. After I've tested products, I give you my final thoughts. So these will end up in a speed reviews. And then this lip gloss I have over ColourPop BFF lip liner, which is one of my favorites, and it looks really pretty. Again, balmy, not sticky, not super slick, really nice. So yeah, I would love to know your thoughts. Please let me know your thoughts on anything I used today. Are you picking them up? Did you pick them up? Are you gonna skip? Please let me know your thoughts because I love hearing from you. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly and I'd love to see you back on my channel again. I wanna thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.